YouTube, what is going on, you straight delicious guardians? It is Mesa Show. I'm back at it with some Destiny, and this is going to be episode 1 of Crota's End, a tutorial, schooling as you want to call it, in raidology with none other than Professor Tinkkz. And if you didn't know Tinkkz, aside from being one of the admins of the Destiny PlayStation Facebook community, or Bookface as I like to call it, she also has her masters in the Vault of Glass, has taken numerous groups of, well, noobs, including myself, because let's be frank, Sarah, I didn't know anything until you took me through it. And she's earning her doctorate now in Crota's End. So we're going to go through a little bit of a series here where in the first episode we're going to cover everything you need to know, and with regards to getting through the first part and just getting through the bridge. So let's just jump right into it. So Sarah, first thing everyone's going to want to know is the chests. So tell us about the chests, where they should go, any tips or anything to get those quick and not waste their time.
Well, you're actually going to waste a little bit of time looking for the chests because they do spawn randomly. And what a lot of people do is they go to the two easiest spots that they can find and check if they're there. If not, you're going to wipe. Because I don't think anyone really, well, some people might, but a lot of people don't really know exactly where every spot is. At least I don't. Mm-hmm. So you go to the spots you know. If it's there, you get it. If it's not, you wipe.
Okay, gotcha. Because I went down there by myself on my other level 30, and I just kept going to those two rooms as soon as you break left once you spawn in. And I did it about 10 times, and I finally got it in one of those two rooms, you know.
Exactly,
yeah. So I would recommend for everyone, if you want to just make your life easy, just have the group keep going. Keep checking those first two rooms until you get it, and then from there, then just wipe, and then start it from there. So.
It doesn't take too long, yeah.
A few wipes, you know, and they got it. Okay, so what are the basic goals? Okay, so basically we have some lamps that we need to get from point A to point B. There's some lamps involved, and there's what's called, weight of darkness, I think? That's
weight of darkness, yeah.
Okay.
And it stacks up to 10 times.
10 times. And how do we remove that weight of darkness?
You go up to the lamps, and what happens is when one person gets close to it, it activates. So you have to be careful not to get to that lamp before your whole party gets there, because there is a timer on that, and after a certain amount of time, it blows up.
And about how long is that time, do you think, roughly?
I don't know. It's probably 6-7 seconds, maybe longer. It's hard to tell because it's so intense when you're in that moment,
screaming at you.
Yeah,
you know, the whole time. So
yeah, I'm not quite sure the exact time, but you're gonna go up to that lamp, and everyone's just gonna turn around and shoot a bunch of thrall.
Okay, gotcha. And the lamp, you know, I noticed it starts turning colors, right? And
exactly. It slowly fades.
You want to get away from it, basically. Okay.
Right.
What I thought really helped the other night when we burned through it is as soon as the first person got there, instantly shout out either left, right, or forward, just in terms of where that next lamp is. Right,
and I think we determined it by looking at the lamp, which way was left, right, and forward, because that got confusing for a while.
Yeah, no, I know, because it's one of those things like, because when you turn around from the lamp to kill all the thralls, yes, then all of a sudden your left becomes your right and your right becomes left. So I would recommend, guys out there, is as soon as when you're looking straight at the lamp, as soon as you see, let's say you see a lamp that's to the left and you all got to go left, just make that left lamp, you know. If you know that it's straight ahead, obviously call straight ahead. So just to not confuse yourself.
Next one's left. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
We know where we're going.
It's probably a conversation you want to have, guys, before you actually start the raid, to say, okay, when we hit a lamp, just call out the left side is the way we got to go, or the right side, instead of, you know, when you turn around. And
because it goes fast.
Exactly. And it gets intense. So, okay, so we got that covered. With regards to classes, you know, I was running my Sunsinger, and I want to talk about revives real quick with you, because before we even get to the end, how many people feasibly do you think can make it to the end, you know, and we're not talking about the portal just yet, how many would you say have to make it through the whole thing to finish the first part?
I would, depending on when someone wipes, if someone wipes at the beginning, as long as it's one person, I think you're good. If it becomes 2 or 3 people and you're still towards the beginning, I would wipe. But if you get up towards the top, I'd say 3 people is what you're gonna want, because if you have 3 up there, 2 of them are most likely gonna wipe, and you'll need that one last person. You just gotta stick it out through the end while that bridge builds.
Okay, what are your opinions or thoughts on revives? Because I noticed there was the time we made it through, we all just made it, except I think maybe one person, I think. But there was one point where I resurrected and I revived a few people, but I think the weight of darkness was just was
It was
overcoming.
too much,
yeah.
yeah.
So what are your thoughts on, should people revive if you lose, say, 3 people, and is it worth it, or just wipe at that point, you think?
It's absolutely a situational thing, but for the most part, no. For the most part, no. You're not gonna want to revive someone if you're near a lamp, and it just happens that it works out that way. Absolutely, you're gonna want to wait by that lamp a little bit longer, as long as it's not gonna blow up. But you're gonna end up getting in a worse situation if you revive someone, because the thrall do not stop coming. So it's not like you can wipe out and then wipe a few thrall out and then revive someone. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, and then with regards to classes, any recommendations you have? Because you were using your hunter that night, right?
That night I was using my hunter, but my hunter is not. It was because I had already gone through on my warlock. I usually use my warlock. I don't know too much about hunters, but definitely for the warlock, you're going to want to use Sunsinger.
For I was thinking off the top of my head, maybe Blade Dancer would be beneficial, because once they get their super, if they get in a hairy situation, they could just Blade Dance. And I wonder if the Weight of Darkness does weigh down on the Blade Dancer once they activate that. You know, what do you think?
I haven't used it, because when I did go to do it, I used Gunslinger, and I immediately realized that it was a bad idea because of all the thrall coming at you. Because you're going to want to use ARs, heavy machine guns, and anything like the Fatebringer with explosive rounds, because you're trying to kill as much as possible.
Good point.
So the Gunslinger is not going to do much. You're going to hit a couple thrall and that's it. So I think Blade Dancer would have been a much better choice in that situation.
And then for Titans, well, you mentioned before possibly those blinding grenades, which I believe the striker has.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking that would be good. Buy you a few more seconds, you know.
Okay, gotcha. So actually, for the viewers out there, leave us in the comment section, you Titans out there who have been through it, what's been most effective for you, and also if you're a hunter and you went as Blade Dancer, did you find it effective in terms of having your super to Blade Dance out of bad situations? So leave us those comments, guys.
And we also wanted to mention with the Sunsinger too, when you die there, you have to res instantly.
Yeah.
And when you res, the good thing is that you don't have the Weight of Darkness right when you res, so you can catch up to your team.
Okay.
Because if you wait a second to res, they're gone, and with the way that the lamps are, if you get behind, you're done.
Let's talk about the final stage where we got to get to a portal, we got to form a bridge. Let's say they've gotten there, they've got at least 4 to 5 people there. What can they expect? What should they bring first off? I know me, you know me, I'm finally excited that we can buy heavy ammo synthesis again from Eris, even though we still have to be rank 3, I think.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's talk about the final part. So what do you think people should have, and what do they got to do?
Have as far as weapons-wise?
Yeah, like in terms of weapons, heavy.
Okay, I guess I got ahead of myself.
Should they bring rocket launchers? Should they bring LMGs? You know, what did you think worked the best that night?
I think that you're going to want ARs, because there's a lot. It's so dark in there. There's a lot of shooting blindly. Like, let's be honest. Like, you're just like, please let me hit something. Like, they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you have a Fatebringer that's leveled up, the explosive rounds are really helpful with that as well. And then the heavy machine gun. I think that a rocket launcher, you just run out of ammo. Because they are pretty condensed, but they're also spread out as well.
Okay.
So that's probably what you're going to want for this part.
Yeah. And then I would recommend, I was using the Vex Terrificlast all that night.
Oh, yeah.
And I was using that with extended battery because it's got 323 attacks since, they buffed it. And that thing was just incinerating things. Don't use the Sended perk, guys, if you have a Vex Mythic class. Always use extended battery, because especially when you're taking out those thralls, they're level 30s, but you hopefully are level 30 or 31 at this point, and you'll just mow them down. It's really easy. And I was using a Zombie Apocalypse, which was great. So when they get to the portal, roughly how long does it take the bridge to form? How long do they have to stay in the portal for?
Kind of, it's the same thing with, I don't know. It's just so intense at that point. You can see it kind of forming, and there's just thrall coming at you and thrall, and then the knights come, and then there's 2 ogres that come, and you just have to last as long as it takes.
Yeah, okay. And I think basically probably just one person needs to get to the other side, do you think? Or,
Yes, just one.
Okay, oh, gotcha, okay. Because when we did it, pretty much all of us made it, and it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much. I can't think of anything else, guys. So, all right, guys out there, let us know. Obviously, this is new for us, so of course, this is all off the cuff. Pretty well. Actually, you know what, Sarah? I actually have a piece of paper with 5 note points on. This is the first time I've ever semi-written a script for a commentary, so we actually don't sound like idiots over here. But guys, I want to. You kind of
do. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on, stop it! All right, guys. So listen, that is going to wrap it up for episode 1 of. I guess we'll call it Raidology 101 or Classes in Session. I don't know. You guys know me. I'll come up with the title right before we actually post the video. But drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Let us know in the comment section anything you have to add in terms of advice. Because remember, we learn from you guys just as much as you learn from us, or learn from me sometimes when I actually know my shit. But that's it for me, guys. Drop a like in this video again only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter. Also, Sarah, she streams a lot. Her links for her stream will be in the description, as well as her Twiddle. Twiddle. See, look, I fuck up everything. But I'm going to leave that in because I don't do edits.
Twiddle's a funny word.
Okay.
It'll work.
Her Twitter will be in the description. It's at Tinkkz with 2 Ks and a Z, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have that in the description, and that's it. You stay delicious, Guardians.